Hello everyone, this is Ziki here and I'm back with some more football news. Of course, the Tangatiripa international break where we saw plenty of games being played. Afcon2025 qualifying matches, the World Cup 2026 qualifying matches, the Nations League, plenty. However, this weekend, Kuma League games. Now let's get straight into it. Zimbabwe was playing in Group J of Afcon 2025 qualifying matches there. Group Ravo, Cameroon, Kenya and Namibia. First, Zimbabwe drew 0-0 against Kenya there, and then they went on again to draw another 0-0 against Cameroon, giving them 2 points from 2 matches. Positive thing is they never conceded any goals. Bad thing is they never scored any goals. Okay. Now, speaking of which, Michael Ness, the new Zimbabwean coach, coming in there collecting 2 points. Of course, a lot of people having thinking that he has brought in some positive change into the team, and also he has performed relatively okay since these are his first 2 matches, international matches, for that matter. But we're going to see how everything is going to be. Now, speaking of players, Kama Billiard coming in there, very influential after coming out of international retirement, and then making a mark for himself. People saying, well, he's coming in bringing in the experience, of a senior player who has been there, out there. He's 34 years of age, he had his mark in South Africa, doing his thing. So coming back into the team was a good thing. Now, Zimbabweans are calling on Knowledge Musona to come and join Kama Billiard, so that they can make the team stronger and motivate the other young players. Again, Knowledge Musona is also 34 years of age. He is Al Agdud, where he's still playing there, so he's still active in the game. However, news were saying, well, he was approached, but he was hesitant to join. Maybe he doesn't want to come out of retirement, but that is going to be seen, as well as we have seen people making jokes on social media, putting placards that we want Knowledge Musona back. Of course, now looking at the team, there's another Musona that is in the team, that is Walter Musona, who has been playing relatively okay, but people saying, well, let his brother come back. He's the one that we want. Okay, the other youngsters, they did very well also for the team. We can talk of goalkeeper Arubi himself. We can also talk of some other youngsters. We can also talk of the Bandas. They played very well. Relatively, the team did well, but they need to win. They need to score goals. So whatever mistake that they did, whatever shortcomings that they had, we're very certain that they're going to look into them as they go forward. I mean, like I said, Michael Ness was his first call with the Warriors. So of course he's going to see. He has already seen how they play on the international level, the pressure, the area. Speaking to Cameroon is now the one that is on top of Group J with the 4 points there. However, their team now their coach has been suspended, but suspension here, coach Wavo, has nothing to do with games and everything. Of course, maybe a little bit of it contributed, but again, Anga Agaranichi, they already had their issues with him, so he has been suspended for 3 months, and an interim coach has already been picked for Cameroon team that is going to lead them in some more international games that are going to be coming while Ishia coach is being resolved. Okay, again, we have also had some news from Ghana. They were using their Babayaro Stadium. However, now CAF has suspended that stadium for being poor in everything, infrastructure, the grounds, everything. So it has been suspended, meaning Ghana yakufanira kutsvaga another stadium to go and be playing their home games, not in their country. Very, very sad indeed that they are joining the likes of Zimbabwe. Vasinama ground, Zimbabwe hosted their games in Uganda. Okay, so not so good for them. Or Kenya as well, no stadium. They also used Uganda, the same stadium that Zimbabwe used in. Plenty of other African teams that do not have their stadiums there. Okay, so those are some of the stories coming from what transpired from the game. Now, looking at some of the influential teams that are doing very well after these 2 games, we can talk of Tunisia, Morocco, Angola, DRC, Algeria, and Ivory Coast. These teams, they are topping their groups with 6 points apiece, very clean. Remember, 24 teams are going to go forward to the Afcon, of 2025. So these sports, they need to fight for them. This is why Zimbabwe has to win the upcoming matches. We're going to be having more games in October and in November. Okay, so they still have chance to prepare and make sure that they score goals. Otherwise, they're going to find themselves, not going anywhere. All right. Now, again, as we move forward with more football news, like I said, we saw the stadium, Babayara Stadium, being suspended by CAF. Cameroon banning their coach. Nigeria not doing very, very well. A lot of talk. We all know about Nigeria. They always have issues when it comes to their games. Okay. Now, again to other South Africa. South Africa with 4 points, doing very well for themselves, but of course they need to work extra hard. Their group is a little bit it's a little bit tough, if you want to talk like that. Moving again forward with football, we also saw some other World Cup qualifying matches where we saw an Argentina there that's still on top of South America standings. And you also want to know that 6 teams are going to go forward to the World Cup of 2026 from South America. 1 is going to go via playoffs. And Asia, again, we saw Japan coming in, beating China 7-0. In Asia qualifications, 8 teams are going to go to the World Cup. 1 is going to go via Confederation playoffs. So plenty of talking points, plenty of games. Again, the Nations League, we saw England coming in there. And also, speaking of which, England, Harry Kane coming in there to play his 100th game for England, and also scoring the 2 goals that saw England winning their last match there. He now has 68 goals for England, which is very, very impressive, the record for himself. Moving forward in China, China has suspended 43 individuals in football for corruption. These have been suspended lifetime. Okay, this is a lifetime. It's not suspended, sorry. It's actually a ban. Lifetime ban for corruption, for gambling, illegal gambling, match fixing and everything. So they've been suspended. Investigations have been ongoing for the past 2 years, and now they've suspended them. And among those who have been banned includes Cameroonian Donovan Iwoyo. He's also part of that ring of match fixing. And also there's a South Korean player, Son Hoon-ho, also being a part of those are banned. And then plenty of the people banned are Chinese, who happen to be former players, others are active, then match officials, then administrators, all of them, in total of 43. Okay, some of them, they've been given 5-year ban, others have been banned for life. They're not going to be allowed to be part of football anyway, because China has been cracking down on corruption in terms in their football league. You know, they have got everything for a team to be successful. They've got the numbers in terms of players, they've got the infrastructure, they've got the money. However, gambling has killed the game. Therefore, the government has been trying by all means to clean up this mess that has been caused by gamblers and those people who are doing illegal activities of match fixing. Now they have been suspended. So those are some of the stories that we have. Like I said, this weekend we're going to go back into the league games where we're going to be seeing Bundesliga. There's some games that are going to be played. Leverkusen, Bayern Munich, they're also going to be in there. La Liga, your Real Madrid is going to be coming in this Saturday. They're going to be playing, and Real Sociedad, Sevilla, many games. And then in the English League, we're going to be seeing Manchester United opening up with Southampton. Then there's also going to be Liverpool, Nottingham, Man City, Brentford. So all those games are going to be played. So all I can say is stay tuned. Follow our pages so that you never have to miss any game that we give you here. Like I said, I'm always here for you, all right? So some stories I cannot talk about them, some I can talk about them because, I don't want to have conflict separately, but it's all about football. We now have a WhatsApp page. Follow our page so that you don't miss any games, any news that we're going to be giving you. Now, my point to you is, what do you think Zimbabwe should do in this break to prepare for the upcoming matches so that they can win? Which areas do you think need improvement? All those kind of stuff. Players who have seen that we're going to, quality players, all they need is just to improve themselves so that you can see how it's going to be. Otherwise, we had a beautiful start, to this campaign, which is very good for Zimbabwe. 2 points is okay. No conceding goals is still okay, but they also need to score goals. Until then, my name is Ziki. Ciao, ciao.